twisted little tale, shall we? A tale of arrogance, of delusion, of a reckoning they never saw coming. Picture them, sitting on their thrones of manipulation, so certain, so smug. They believed they were invincible, untouchable, didn't they? Oh, how their delusional minds danced with the audacity to think you'd endure it all, the disrespect, the mistreatment, the venom disguised as care. They convinced themselves you were theirs to control, to toy with, to break. But they underestimated the quiet power brewing inside you, didn't they? They thought you'd stay shackled by their toxicity, bound by some invisible chain they imagined you couldn't see. They thought their empty words and half-hearted gestures were enough to keep you tethered. They failed to realize that even the most forgiving heart has its limit. Even the kindest soul has a breaking point. Oh, how fragile their egos must be now, shattered by the sound of your silence. Because you, my friend, didn't give them the satisfaction of an outburst of drama, of begging. No, you left with a grace so sharp it cut through their illusions like a blade. You walked away quietly, but your silence was louder than any words could ever be. And now they sit in the ruins of their own arrogance, wondering how their perfect little game fell apart. See, they were so busy crafting their web of deceit, they never noticed you weren't entangled anymore. They thought they had you trapped, but all along you were slipping away, step by step, preparing for your exit. And when you left, oh, the shock on their faces. They didn't see it coming, did they? No, because they were too blinded by their own narcissism to notice the strength you'd been building in their shadow. And now they're left with nothing but questions that will never have answers. They're haunted by the echoes of your absence, the void where your light used to shine. They replay every word, every action, searching for the moment it all went wrong, but they'll never admit it was their own doing. No, admitting that would mean facing the truth, and we both know they're not strong enough for that. They thought their bad treatment was something you'd endure forever, that you'd bend but never break. But oh, how wrong they were. You didn't just break free, you shattered their entire illusion. You took back your power, your dignity, your peace, and left them with nothing but the emptiness they created. Now they're scrambling, desperate to fill the void you left behind. They're chasing distractions, clinging to replacements, but nothing can compare to what they had with you. And deep down, they know it. That's the kicker, isn't it? They know they've lost something rare, something irreplaceable, and they'll never get it back. But let's not pity them. No, because this, my friends, is their reckoning. This is the universe giving them exactly what they deserve. For every insult, every dismissal, every time they made you feel small, they're now living the consequences. They're trapped in a cycle of a never-ending loop of what ifs and could have beens. And you're free. Free from their poison, their lies, their manipulations. Free to heal, to grow, to rediscover the parts of yourself they tried to dim. And doesn't that make it all worth it? To know that you've risen from the ashes they tried to win, stronger and brighter than ever before. Because here's the truth, they'll never losing you was their biggest mistake. They'll try to cover it up, to pretend they're fine. But you know better. You know the weight of regret they carry, the ache they'll never take. And that's justice, isn't it? To let them live with the knowledge of what they lost. So let them stew in their confusion, their regret, their delusions. Let them learn the hard way that not everyone will tolerate their games, their disrespect, their cruelty. Let them see what life is like without the one person who truly cared for them. Because they'll never find another like you, and they know it. Oh, but let's not stop there, my friends. Let's delve deeper into this symphony of regret they've orchestrated for themselves, shall we? You see, the thing about arrogance is that it blinds you to the storm gathering just beyond the horizon. They were so certain, so sure of their ability to keep you under their thumb. They thought they were the sun in your sky, air in your lungs, the center of your universe. Little did they realize that you had your light all along, and you were simply waiting for the right moment to step out of their shadow. Now, they sit in their quiet chaos, trying to convince themselves they need you anyway. But every time they close their eyes, there you are, a memory, a ghost, a lesson they didn't want to learn. It's funny, isn't it? How the very person they tried to break has become the one thing they can't forget. Every word they said, every moment they took you for granted, now echoes in their minds like a song they can't escape. They were so busy looking for flaws, for reasons to belittle you, that they never stopped to see the masterpiece standing before them. You were their blessing, their gift, and they treated you like an afterthought. But blessings have a way of slipping through the fingers of those who don't appreciate them, and now they're left with nothing but the emptiness they created. And oh, the irony of it all. They thought you needed them to survive, that you'd crumble without their approval, their presence. But look at you now, standing taller, shining brighter, thriving in ways they never imagined. While they wallow in their self-inflicted misery, you're out there reclaiming your joy, your peace, your power. It's almost poetic, isn't it? How the tables have turned. They used to believe they were untouchable, that their actions had no consequences. But now, they're learning the hard way that the universe has a way of balancing the scales. Every insult they hurled, every ounce of pain they caused is coming back to them tenfold. And you're no longer their victim, you're their reckoning. But let's be clear, this isn't about revenge. No, it's about justice. It's about letting the natural order of things take its course. You don't need to lift a finger, their own actions are their undoing. They're trapped in a prison of their own making, haunted by the memory of what they lost and tormented by the realization that they'll never have it again. Because the truth is, they'll never find another you. They can search high and low, cling to distractions, and chase after replacements, but they'll always fall short. You were one of a kind, a rare gem in a world full of imitations. And now, they're left with the painful knowledge that they let something extraordinary slip through their fingers. Oh, how they'll try to convince themselves otherwise. They'll put on a brave face, pretend they're fine, but deep down they know the truth. They know they messed up in ways that can't be undone. And that, my friends, is a pain that no amount of denial can erase. But let's not waste too much time on their misery. Because this isn't about them, it's about you. It's about your resilience, your strength, your ability to rise above the ashes they tried to bury you in. You didn't just survive their mistreatment, you thrived in spite of it. And that, my dear friends, is the ultimate victory. You see, you've taken back the power they tried to steal from you. You've reclaimed your voice, your worth, your sense of self. And while they're stuck in the past, drowning in their regrets, you're moving forward, building a future filled with love, joy, and authenticity. And here's the best part, your absence speaks louder than any words ever could. By walking away, you've shown them that their actions have consequences, that their behavior is unacceptable, and that you won't settle for anything less than you deserve. And that, my friends, is a lesson they'll carry with them for the rest of their lives. So let them sit with their regrets, their what-ifs, their could-have-beens. Let them face the reality of their own shortcomings, because you, my friend, are free. Free from their toxicity, their manipulation, their lies. Free to live your life on your own terms, without their weight dragging you down. And in the end, that's what this is all about, isn't it? Not revenge, not bitterness, but freedom. Freedom to be who you are, to love yourself fully, to surround yourself with people who truly value you. Freedom to live a life that's authentic, joyful, and unapologetically your own. So hold your head high, my friends, because while they're stuck in their self-made hell, you're out there conquering the world. You've turned their betrayal into your strength. their disrespect into your determination. And that, my dear audience, is the kind of power they'll never understand. In the end, their biggest mistake wasn't underestimating you, it was you. And that, my friends, is a burden they'll carry forever. And if you think about it, isn't that the sweetest irony? The person they tried to break is the very one who's thriving, glowing, unshaken. And them, oh, they're stuck replaying every moment, dissecting every choice, drowning in the chaos they created for themselves. You were their blessing, and they turned it into a curse. Now they're haunted by the echoes of what they threw away, haunted by you. But don't let their regrets weigh on you. No, their pain is not your responsibility, it's their reckoning. Let them learn what life is like when the well runs dry, when the light fades, and when their selfishness finally catches up with them. And you're free. You're no longer tethered to their misery, their negativity, their poison. You're walking in your truth, unbothered and unstoppable. So let them sit in their self-made shadows, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Because you, my dear friend, have stepped into the light. You're a testament to resilience, a beacon of strength, a reminder that even the deepest wounds can heal. And while they're lost in their regrets, you're out there building a life they could only dream of, a life they'll never have the privilege of being part of again. And that, my friends, is justice. And you don't need their apology, their acknowledgement, their remorse. You've risen above it all, and that's the ultimate victory. You've shown them that their bad treatment was never a reflection of your worth, but of their own shortcomings. Now, you shine brighter than ever, while they fade into the shadows of their own making. So let them live with their delusions, their regrets, their pain. Let them face the reality they created for themselves, because you, my friend, are free to live, to love, to thrive without them dragging you down. And that, my dear audience, is the sweetest revenge of all. Ah, the beauty of irony. They thought they had it all figured out, didn't they? Every word laced with venom, every insult meticulously crafted to chip away at you, to reduce you to a shadow of yourself. But what they didn't know, what they couldn't know, is that God was watching. Every slight, every mockery, every blow to your spirit, they thought it was their victory, but it was really their undoing. You see, they underestimated you. They saw your silence and thought it was weakness. They mistook your patience for passivity, your for submission. Little did they know, you were never fighting them, you were waiting. Waiting for the divine timing when God himself would step in, because he doesn't let his chosen ones endure without purpose. Their goal was to break you, but they only revealed their own fragility. God had better plans for you, far better than the shallow victories they were so desperate to claim. And now, they're devastated, because their little game didn't just backfire, it exposed them for what they really are: empty, insecure, and powerless without someone to tear down. They wanted you to absorb every insult, to internalize their cruelty, but you rose above it. Not because you didn't feel the pain, but because you understood something. Never could your worth isn't defined by their words. It was defined by the one who created you, the one who saw every tear you cried, every moment you bit your tongue, every time you chose peace over retaliation. And oh, how it stings for them now. Because while they were busy plotting your downfall, God was preparing your elevation. They see it now, don't they? The success, the peace, the light that radiates from you. It's unbearable for them, because it's a constant reminder that their cruelty couldn't crush you. In fact, it made you stronger. Imagine their confusion. They expected you to crumble, to lash out, to give them the satisfaction of a dramatic collapse. Instead, you walked away silent, composed, untouchable. And that silence, That's the loudest sound they've ever heard. It echoes in their minds, a deafening reminder of the power they'll never have over you again. But here's the twist, the part they'll never understand. You didn't walk away because you were weak. You walked away because you were done. Done giving them your energy, your attention, your power. You knew that fighting them would only keep you trapped in their toxic cycle. So you let God handle it. And handle it He did. Now they're left with the weight of their own actions. Every insult they threw at you, every scheme they devised,